What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 mega cap stocks in this video. But before we get started, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Microsoft is down 2.63%, so finally we're getting some sort of a correction in the market. And if you look at it, guys, Microsoft did not break this level yesterday. And I talked about it in my video that watch out, it's not above this down trend line on Microsoft. So we could be coming down to 325, 326, and this is exactly what we got today. Another gap down. We did not even fill this gap all the way up to 333.70. So we do have a gap on top and another gap right up here at 345. Now also if you look at it on 15-minute chart and also especially here on this daily chart, getting extremely oversold, almost touching the lower band on this daily chart. So we could see a dead cat bounce, and where this thing can go, possibly up to 333.70, and then we could see this downtrend continuing all the way down to this gap 316.50. So tomorrow on Microsoft as a support down here around 325 to 324, where this lower Bollinger Band is sitting. To the upside, we do have resistance at 333 right here, and that is going to be key level to break, and that gap on top will also get closed at 333.70, and above that we also have resistance right here 335.89, red line 50 SMA, and then 338 to 339. And once we get up above this level, that's going to be a breakout from this downtrend on Microsoft, and we're going to see more upside up to even 345. But it's not out of the woods yet. Definitely this is a strong downtrend now on Microsoft, and Microsoft can go lower after getting a small tiny bounce, possibly up to 330 to 333.70 to this gap on top. On AMD, stock is down 7%, a massive red candle on this daily chart. And if you look at it, guys, I talked about it last night. Yes, AMD stock was up, but earnings, it was garbage. It wasn't that good, definitely. And even the last one was also bad. We saw a drop on AMD on last earnings. I think it was like $9-10, and then the news came out with Microsoft, and then we saw a massive pump all the way up to 132.83. And now with that earning yesterday, it was up, slightly up 4%. This morning it was up 2%, and then I mean look at this, from up 4% now down 7%, and that is a 11-12% move in one day on AMD. So definitely you don't want to catch this falling knife here. You want to wait for a level down here around 100, and that would be a decent entry on AMD. Yes, we could see a dead cat bounce off of this lower band right here, but I would not suggest going in here on AMD at this level. Now to the upside, we do have resistance on AMD right here, 113.45, white line 20 SMA, and above that watch out for 115.79 and then 118. Below this lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart right here, 107 to 108, we could see AMD dropping all the way down to 105 and then flat 100. On Netflix is down 2%, but again it's holding blue line 5 SMA right here, 429.25. So that's gonna be a key level to watch tomorrow, 429.25. And if that gives up, we do have support down here, rising red line 50 SMA close to 423, and below that we have gap down here 409.54. To the upside, Netflix needs to break 438 to 440. Orange line and also white line 20 SMA, we got rejected yesterday, and I told you guys in my video that it's not above this level right here, so we could see Netflix selling off again, and this is what we got today. So you want to see Netflix above, I would say 440, and if that happens, that is going to be a breakout for at least a retest of this resistance right here, 450. Now yes, we got a pullback today, And I know there's going to be a lot of people coming out on X and also on YouTube talking about a massive crash or super crash. Well, guys, last 6 to 7 months, market went up so much we can afford a normal, healthy pullback. SPY, triple Q can come down 10-15%, and that would be a nice, healthy pullback for everyone. And people that are waiting on the sideline to buy the dip, they will get a chance. On Apple stock is down 1.55%, and finally Apple stock is down, but not quite closing this gap down here at 191. Came down to 191.85 and now trading at 192.58. We do have resistance now. Apple stock trading under white line 20 SMA 192.63. So tomorrow immediately you want to see Apple stock above 192.63. and Apple stock cannot recapture this level, then watch out, guys. I mean, we're basically sitting right here on bottom of this channel, and in this case right here, Apple can drop down to 191, 190, and soon as that gives up more downside, 188 to possibly even retesting 50 SMA on this daily chart, 186.54. Now we also have, like I said, big earnings from Apple tomorrow night and also Amazon. So be prepared for that. Tomorrow we could see a big move in the market, especially after hour, guys. So here's my X account, and if you're on there, definitely give me a follow. I do post a lot of things, including fire plays like this one that I took today. Starbucks, that was the first trade of the day, and look at the timing, guys, 9:31 a.m. I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there with hundreds and millions of subscribers. I don't think too many of them can do this at 9:31 a.m. getting calls and then coming out as a big winner. I mean, look at this, getting those calls close to 99 bucks, and then Starbucks went all the way up to 104 plus, took profit, and that was a big position that I took on Starbucks today. I did trade Tesla. I didn't post that here, and that is why if you want to support the channel and definitely get some of my trade ideas, check out the Patreon. That link will be below in the description. On Meta, it's down 2.60%, and a lot of people were asking today, especially my Patreon members, that why I'm not buying Meta here. I don't trade the same thing over and over every day. And look at this, guys. I saw the weakness in the market also here on Meta, and this thing, soon as Meta broke this support 316, what happened? A big dump off, another $6 down to 310. So Meta now pulling back, which is totally healthy, and it does not mean that it's going to crash. If you look at it, all these gaps down here, guys, and none of these gaps are getting closed, and now finally we can afford to close this gap on Meta around 302, and that is totally healthy, and that would be a better opportunity to buy Meta right here. Now to the upside, that all-time high still possible on Meta. We have seen these shallow pullbacks and then ripping higher, so Meta still above. I would say until this thing breaks under 275, all-time highs possible on Meta. To the upside tomorrow, 316, 318, 56. And soon as that breaks, we're going to see Meta going all the way up to 328 and then even higher. Below 316, watch out for the support, orange line 13 SMA 309, and then white line 20 SMA 305 or 306, and then the gap below close to 302. On Amazon, stock is down 2.64%, and if you look at it, Amazon holding and respecting red line 50 SMA 127, and end of the day into closing also holding 128 where we got rejected before. Now that is holding as a support, so that is looking good here on Amazon. As long as Amazon can stay above 127 to 128, we could see tomorrow before the earnings Amazon going all the way up to 130.78, and soon as that breaks, watch out for the gap on top 131.62. We do have big earnings tomorrow from Amazon, so we could see a lot of volatility in the market, and watch out here on Amazon, guys. Tomorrow, if this thing can hold above 127 to 128, this could be a play, but I would suggest selling out before the earnings. On Google, stock is down 2.64%, and that is why I didn't also play Google today, because it broke the support down here 130, 129, and now we could be going down to this support 13 SMA 126, and that is gonna be a better entry on Google stock. But you cannot forget that we got all these gaps, and I've been talking about it, guys. There are a lot of gaps down here on Google. The first one 123.69, 121.30, and then these two down here. I mean, this one from the last earnings. So a lot of gaps here on Google stock. You do not want to get caught right here holding a bag. You want to wait for a decent pullback and then maybe go long or even swing trade Google stock. Now, day trading is different. If you have a stop loss, you can easily get out for a small loss, or once you're up on your position, you can put a stop at break even and just slowly move up your stop, and then you can make money. Now, Google stock, if you look at it, that's going to be key level tomorrow, 126.35. But to the upside, now Google needs to break 129 to 130. And then we also have a gap up here, 130.75. We also have resistance around that level because we have blue line 5 SMA sitting at 131.30. Above 131.30, then it's out of the woods, and we're going to see continuation to the upside all the way up to 134 and possibly even higher. On Tesla, stock is down 2.67%, and this is exactly what I told you guys last night, that Tesla not closing above 262. We could see a drop on Tesla, and possibly Tesla will come down and retest not only lower Bollinger Band and possibly down to this red line 50 SMA, which is sitting at 250, and this is exactly what we got. And also we got a bounce off of this level, so the levels are working perfectly on Tesla. And also, guys, if you look at it, I think Tesla presenting better opportunities than any other stocks in the market right now. We got a $50 dip on Tesla from the top, so that is massive, and there could be more. So if you look at Apple, Microsoft, yes, we got a pullback today, but not good as Tesla. Look at Meta, yes, we got a pullback, but only down what, 15, 20 bucks, not $50. So Tesla here tomorrow, watch 250 to 249, big level down here. And it's also getting oversold, so we could see a dead cat bounce, possibly up to this gap 260, and above that we also have resistance at 262, and Tesla can clear 260 and 262. We're going to see a push up to 271 to retest white line 20 SMA, and soon as that breaks, then more upside on Tesla. And Tesla gets rejected from this dead cat bounce from 271, we could see more downside, possibly down to 235 and then 222 to close at least these gaps down here. On Nvidia, stock is down 4.81%. Nvidia getting decimated today, guys, and this is nothing. Yes, we got a drop of what, 20-30 bucks today, but that is nothing compared to how much the stock went up in last 5-6 months. So if you're really sad about Nvidia dropping today, I mean, this is nothing. That is all I can tell you. Now, if you look at it, Nvidia, I gave you guys all the levels yesterday that watch out right here, 450, and if that gives up, we could be coming down to closing this gap down here at 440 to 439. And look at what happened, slightly undercutting that level and coming all the way down to 433.87, and then on that 15-minute chart, and I did give out that level in my Discord for my Patreon members, that if you want to get some calls, I didn't buy it, guys, but I always put out things for my Patreon members so they can take advantage. And I did tell you that it's getting extremely oversold. You're going to get a bounce, and even if you caught that move around I would say 435, even 436, even 440, you still got a good move, because after hitting 433, this thing went all the way up to almost 445 and still trading at almost 443. So that was a good opportunity today down here. And also, if you look at it, end of the day closing above where the previous all-time high 440, so that is still holding. But I think if that gives up, Nvidia will come down and close this gap 427.58, and possibly will come down to 416 to retest lower Bollinger Band and also 50 SMA on this daily chart. And then we can talk about more downside, 400 and the gap below 395. So tomorrow you want to see Nvidia holding 440 Above that, Nvidia can move higher up to 450.65, and Nvidia can break that level, then more upside. We left a huge gap open here on top, 460. So at some point, Nvidia can actually bounce from here. It's still oversold. On shorter time frame, we could see that bounce all the way up to even 460, above 450. Now below 450, keep an eye on that support 440, because as soon as that gives up, Nvidia can come down here to close this gap. I thought Nvidia would come down here today and close this gap at 427, but I think it was down almost over 30 bucks, and that is why we saw that bounce just before closing, and then Nvidia came back up, and that was a big move from 434 up to 445. So that is a $10 move just within a couple of minutes, and that is why, if you're day trading, you want to catch these moves on Nvidia, and definitely you got to have your stop losses in place, because if you go to work and you buy this stock, you buy some options, no stop loss, nothing, you're going to get wiped out. So just be careful playing Nvidia, but definitely you can make a lot of money trading this stock, and if you can get in at the right time. And that is all I have for you guys in this video. Have a great night, everybody.